Walsh now faces his toughest opponent yet, leukemia. Kurt Menefee has more.
You let people know that you're battling cancer right now. You're usually such a private person. Why'd you decide to go public with that?
Well, I had to, because so many people knew. And I couldn't have my secretary mislead people any longer. I mean, I had 50, 60 phone calls to my former players when the word gets around to me, newspaper people calling me, and I just had to come forward with it, or they would do it on their terms, and I would have to sort of try to correct what they said.
Were you impressed at all with the response you got from the people here in San Francisco, at least?
It's been unbelievable. It really has. Maybe it's just a certain time and place, certain age of the people and the memories they have. I don't blame them, because we had some exciting teams.
What do you think of the genius label?
For me?
For you. Because you know it's out there.
All you're doing is targeting yourself. So it didn't make a bit of difference. Either you won games or you lost them. I died when we lose a game. I mean, I would die. If we'd win, I'd take my wife to dinner. About halfway through dinner, I'd get silent and stare off into space. She'd say, "What is it?" I said, "We're playing Dallas next week." So you get about half a meal out before you start reverting right back to, and I'm starting to draw X's and O's on the napkin.
Do you miss that?
I miss the technical side of it, every little thing, every detail. Unfortunately, in my case, I can envision 11 men at one time, and I can still see them. But that was at the height of my career. I had a real feel for what everybody was doing. But I really enjoyed designing plays to beat defenses. But I also enjoyed the players themselves and the teasing. We had so much fun.
And obviously, you won 3 Super Bowls, and you were a fantastic coach. But you talk to football people, and they talk about your personnel skills, that you drafted 3 guys that arguably are the best ever to play their position in Ronnie Lott, Joe Montana, and Jerry Rice.
Well, we had to find out. Joe looked like a Swedish place kicker when we drafted him. So how could you tell until he started playing? And Jerry Rice was a phenom, incredible athlete, but at Mississippi Valley State.
Right.
So a lot of people didn't take it seriously. And Ronnie Lott was the premier defensive back, and we were very fortunate to get him when we did. I shouldn't have walked away to start with. We had won the Super Bowl. We had the best young team in football. And I walked away leaving a Super Bowl. But I could have stayed in and won more Super Bowls. I wish I'd have done that.
Really?
But I don't lose sleep over it, you know. But I do think another year or two would have been right at the top of my game and the team's game.
When you look back on your days in football, both in college and at the NFL, what is it that you take the most pride in?
Well, from winning, but more importantly, the great players that we produced over a period of time. I could just name off, and many of them are almost Hall of Famers, but it was really a marvelous group of players. We had a Camelot football team.
A terrific job done by Kurt Menefee and the crew on that piece, and